Remember the moment you left me alone and broke every promise you ever made. I was an ocean, lost in the open. Nothing can take the pain away. So you can throw me to the wall. Tomorrow I will come back, leader of the whole back. Beat me black and blue. Everyone will save me, every scar will build my throne. Every scar will build my throne. So you can throw me to the wall. Tomorrow I will come back, leader of the whole back. Beat me black and blue. Everyone will shake me, every scar will build my throne. Every scar will build my throne.
It's showtime!
Hello everyone, it's me, Orpheon, your infinite dragon sorcerer here, and yep, I am back, baby. That's right, this is going to be part 4 of What If Deku Had Max Steel's Powers. And for those of you who probably already know about my explanation on why it's taking me so long to upload any new parts to your favorite What Ifs on my channel, yeah, for those of you who don't know, watch that video and you'll see what I mean. So, anyways, this is going to be the first What If series that I'm more or less going to continue. Once I'm done making this part, then I'm going to continue adding more parts to all of my old What If series, including What If Deku had, basically I'm going to be adding more parts to all the What Ifs I have on my channel right now. So I'm not going to be doing any new What Ifs for now, at least, until I add more parts to your favorite What Ifs that are all caught up with My Hero Academia or Black Clover as of right now. So anyway, now that I'm done talking, let's get this What If video started! Where we last left off on What If Deku had Max Steel's powers. Max, Steel, Izuku, Turbo were teleported away by Kurogiri to an unknown location and facility where they came face to face with none other than Miles Dread. While trying to get away from him, Max and Steel decided they would stay here and try to stall for time, while Izuku and Turbo tried to get away and try to get help. This not only leading to Izuku and Turbo finding out more about Max and Steel, but they also met his uncle, Forge Ferris, the leader of N-Tech. And yes, I know I messed up, it's actually N-Tech, not Ultra Tech. My bad, hey, that was my bad. I thought it was Ultra Tech, but it was N-Tech. I didn't watch the series in a while. I may have completed the series, but I just... it's been a while. So, anyways, well, that's enough of a recap. If you want to find out more background or context into the story, then please watch the recent video of this series, but which I'm gonna leave a link to the description of this video below. But anyway, now it's time for the UA Sports Festival. The UA Sports Festival is about to begin, and everything happens similar to in canon, with Class 1A getting their own locker room to change into their gym uniforms before the start of the sports festival. Izuku's sitting in a chair with Turbo just floating next to him, and Izuku's still got a lot on his mind. His dad and Steel have been captured, and not only that, they're having their turbo energy drained out of them and absorbed for who knows what or how long it's gonna be until the heroes or All Might or even him are gonna be able to help save them. Heck, he's even wondering if his dad's uncle, Forge Ferris, or even N-Tech are going to be able to find or locate both Max and Steel. McGrath. Izuku is snapped out of his thoughts and looks over at Todoroki, who's standing right in front of him. So Izuku gets out of his chair, with Turbo floating right next to him. Hey Todoroki, what's up? From an objective standpoint, it's pretty obvious that you're strong. Not only that, but you're also the son of Max Steel, the 4th ranked hero. But know this, McGrath, I will beat you. Listen, I don't know what your deal is, Todoroki, but we all just lost Max and Steel, and we're trying to find them right now. Not only All Might, but all the other pro heroes are trying to find them. So why are you doing this for no reason? Is it because your dad is the number 2 hero or something? I don't know what your problem is, but you need to chill. No pun intended, mind you. Kirishima agrees with Turbo and tries to settle things down before they escalate any further. Yeah, what's the big deal doing this all of a sudden? And right before the sports festival even started? Todoroki just looks at everyone else in the locker room and says, we're not all here to be friends. This isn't a team effort. After all, this is a competition. Wait a sec, Todoroki. I don't know exactly what is going on through your head, but you're right. This isn't exactly a team effort, and it really is a competition for all of us to do our best, and not just us. The General Studies course, all the other hero courses, support course, all of them are going to give it their A game, not just us. And heck, even that Shinso guy said that he might even be able to take one of our spots, especially since Mineta got expelled and kicked out on the first day. But I'm not going to give up, and I'm not going to stop getting stronger. Not just for my sake or my mom's, but for everyone's sake. I'm going to do my very best to get strong enough so what happened at the USJ doesn't happen again, and I will save my dad and Steel. That's what being a pro hero is all about. We have to save everyone who's in danger, no matter what the risks are. So Todoroki, I'll accept your challenge, but make no mistake, if you think I'm just gonna sit down and let you beat me, you're dead wrong if you think I'm gonna sit by and try not to win, because I will become stronger, and it doesn't matter who I have to go up against. That includes you! Everyone in the locker room hears this, especially Momo, and all of them mentally tell themselves that they're all going to do their very best too, just like Izuku and Todoroki. They're gonna go all out in this sports festival, and they won't hold back. Momo in the background is very happy, and she's glad that Izuku isn't feeling down and upset about what happened to his dad and Steel. So she decides to hold off on confessing her feelings for Izuku, because now really isn't the best time for confessing her love for Izuku. So she'll confess her feelings for Izuku after the sports festival. Since Izuku in this timeline got the top score in the UA entrance exam, he'll have to be the one giving the speech, not Bakugo. And Izuku, he's not exactly nervous like the original Izuku as in canon. He just gives everyone a basic speech about how everyone needs to do their best and give it all they've got, and it doesn't matter which course they're in, all of them are here to become heroes to prove that they're the best, and that includes everyone, and they're going to do everything they can to become number 1 in the sports festival. Since it was pretty basic, it really technically wasn't all that different from an ordinary speech you'd hear from anybody. So I don't see a difference in this timeline here. But now, it's time for the first round of the UA Sports Festival. The same thing as in canon is going to be the obstacle course race. But how it's going to start is oh so different than it is in canon. As all the students, along with all the other classes of UA, enter the stadium, President Mike still does his usual commentary to get the audience excited, and when the race starts, everyone was getting crowded in the entrance of the starting line, trying to get first place. But Todoroki does the same thing as in canon by using his ice to freeze some people's feet to the ground so he can get ahead in the race, but others were able to avoid it, knowing Todoroki would use his ice to do something like this, and use their own powers to avoid getting frozen in place like some other people. Bakugo uses his explosions to launch himself in the air, trying to catch up and eventually get ahead of Todoroki, while Izuku and Turbo go Turbo Strength mode and easily break through the ice with no problem. While everyone was trying to get through the first obstacle, the robots from the entrance exam, along with some zero pointers, appeared, blocking their path, and were ready to attack them. Todoroki just uses his ice on one of the zero pointers that was going to attack him, freezing it. Some of the other students thought they could chase after Todoroki while one of the zero pointers are frozen solid, but before they could do that, Todoroki tells them that he froze one of the zero pointers while they were off balance, on purpose. And as he said that, the zero pointer that was frozen fell crashing down on two of the students. Luckily, it was Kirishima, who just simply used his hardening quirk, and Tetsu from Class 1B used his steel quirk. Jeez, Todoroki, I can't believe you would pull something like this. If it were anyone else but me, they would have been killed. Class 1A really is full of jerks. I'll destroy that ice guy when I get my hands on him. You know, if that was anyone other than me, they would have been killed. Before he could finish that sentence, Tetsu looks over at Kirishima, and they notice the similarities between their powers, except one is stone and the other one's steel. And Kirishima just shouts, "Our quirks are basically the same! How am I supposed to stand out now?" Tetsu just shouts at him from a distance, "You dang copycat!" This didn't stop the other robots, as they were starting to get closer to the other students. Izuku and Turbo aren't scared at all by this, or even nervous, and they were ready to get through these robots. Izuku shouts, "Alright, let's do this! Go Turbo! Strength!" Izuku punches one of the 3-pointers, while some of the other 3-pointers and 2-pointers were trying to attack him, but Izuku was easily able to punch his way through the 2-pointers and the 3-pointers that were charging at him. Back with Bakugo, he's still trying to use his explosions to get ahead of Todoroki and stay ahead of Izuku and Turbo. But Izuku decides to go Turbo Speed mode and runs ahead of both Todoroki and Bakugo, pissing Bakugo off, making him mad. While Izuku and Turbo were running, they reached the second obstacle, otherwise known as the Fall, which is, in other words, a big canyon. But Izuku just switches to Turbo Spike mode and uses the whips on his arms to get from one part of the canyon to another. Todoroki uses his ice to slide on one of the main wire cables to get across, with Bakugo still trying to catch up with Izuku and Turbo, using his explosions to fly over the second obstacle and being ahead of Todoroki this time. But Todoroki makes a small glacier and launches it towards Bakugo to hold him off. But Bakugo was easily able to dodge it. But that didn't stop Todoroki sending another small glacier, and this time it did manage to hit him, and it temporarily stopped him, with Todoroki being ahead of Bakugo again. Izuku and Turbo reached the third and final obstacle, the minefield, but they used Turbo Flight mode to fly over all the landmines. While Izuku and Turbo weren't having any trouble, the other students who didn't pay attention to where they were walking set off some of the landmines, sending them flying all over the place. Bakugo was able to get ahead of Todoroki, and he was charging straight towards Izuku.
Izuku, we've got company incoming!
Izuku looks behind him and sees Bakugo closing in on him, ready to attack him with an explosion, but Izuku managed to dodge it, and while they were in the air, Bakugo was trying to get ahead of Izuku, but he got punched in the face, knocking him off balance. It didn't take long for Todoroki to get where Izuku, Turbo, and Bakugo were, and all three of them were fighting to get first place, 4 if you include Turbo.
as Izuku, Turbo, Bakugo, and Todoroki were going through the tunnel trying to get back to the stadium, Izuku talks telepathically with Turbo. Hey Turbo, do you think there's a way to combine two turbo modes like Turbo Speed Mode and Turbo Flight Mode? I'm not sure. It may take a lot of turbo energy, but I'll try. Izuku, Turbo, Bakugo, and Todoroki were halfway through the tunnel when suddenly Izuku started glowing, and then a massive green light blinded everyone. Everyone in the stadium was waiting with anticipation to see who the first place winner of the obstacle course race was going to be. But they all saw a brilliant flash of emerald light enter the stadium, and when it finally died down, it was none other than Izuku. But there was something different about his suit. It looked like a fusion between his Turbo Speed Mode and his Turbo Flight Mode, and everyone was surprised to see Izuku do this. They know about his father Max Steel, and they haven't seen him do anything like this before. But President Mike finally snaps out of it and shouts to the audience, and it looks like the first place winner is none other than Izuku McGrath! This made everyone in the stadium go wild and start cheering for Izuku. Izuku de-transforms and he was exhausted. He didn't think unlocking a new form would take this much out of him. But hey, he got first place and he's glad that he won. Everyone else starts getting into the stadium with Uraraka complimenting him, telling him that was pretty cool, and she also wanted to know more about this new form Izuku used. Thanks Uraraka, but I honestly have no idea what to call this new form. What about you, Turbo? I've got no idea what to call it either. I guess it was just luck. But either way, we won first place, so I'm just glad we were able to win. When Midnight announces the list of competitors, Izuku got first place, Bakugo got second, Todoroki got third, with everyone else getting the same placement as in canon. Midnight starts explaining the second round of the UA Sports Festival, which is the Cavalry battle, and Izuku still gets the 10 million points, with everyone still targeting him. Izuku does still pick the same team as in canon, which is Mei Hatsume, Ochako Uraraka, and Tokiyami. Izuku decides to be the horse with Mei Hatsume and Ochako Uraraka, while Tokiyami is the rider, with the 10 million points headband. But there is a problem with his plan. He doesn't know if he can carry everyone. He could use Turbo Strength Mode, but that probably wouldn't last long, because what if Bakugo or someone else went for an aerial attack? There's also the fact about Tokiyami's quirk, Dark Shadow. It's weak against light, so Bakugo or Denki could use their explosions or lightning respectively to weaken it or damage it, putting the entire team at a disadvantage. Hey Izuku, I got an idea! What is it, Turbo? I've been thinking about modifying your suit and upgrading it after what happened at the USJ, so I think this is the perfect time to try it out. Turbo takes control of the suit for a second, and Izuku transforms into his Turbo Rocket Mode for the first time, which looks similar to his dad's, but instead of the parts of it that are blue, it's green. Turbo made some adjustments to make sure that Izuku would be able to carry everyone, and it worked. Now that everyone has their teams made, it's finally time for the Cavalry battle. When the Cavalry battle starts, all the other teams immediately go after Izuku's 10 million point headband, not wanting to give him or his team any time to protect themselves. Izuku goes straight into the air, while Ochako, Tokiyami, and Mei Hatsume are on his back, holding on tight to make sure they don't fall off. Jiro tries using her earphone jacks to chase after them, but Tokoyami used Dark Shadow to block them. Toru was about to chase after them, but her team noticed that her headband was gone, because Monoma took their points while they were distracted trying to chase after Izuku and take his points. Bakugo used his explosions to go after Izuku's team while they were still in the air, and he was about to take their points, but he was stopped by Tokiyami using Dark Shadow to shield them from Bakugo's explosions. When Bakugo was starting to fall out of the air, his team catches him and The same thing with Monoma taking Bakugo's points, and Monoma's still saying the same thing about how Bakugo is just arrogant, calling him Trash 1A and all that, you know. But I don't really care about him, so let's move on. Bakugo's team going after Monoma to take all of their points, and while Bakugo was chasing after Monoma to take their points, everything happened similar to in canon, with all the other teams making it to the next round of the sports festival, and some art, like for example Mineta isn't there. I mean, he's not even in UA. So Tsuyu and I think it was Shoji, the guy with the Duplo arms quirk, yeah, they still team up, but no Mineta. Mineta's gone. He isn't even here in this timeline. So that basically stays the same, but no Mineta. And as time passes, it was only like 5 minutes and Izuku was starting to feel a little tired. I mean, this is his first time using Turbo Rocket Mode, so it does take up a lot of turbo energy, and his team was starting to lose altitude, getting closer to the ground. When Izuku's team gets back on the ground, Todoroki as well as some other teams start going after Izuku for his 10 million point headband again. But before they could get any closer, Todoroki used his ice to freeze some of the other team's feet to the ground to make sure that none of them got in his team's way, with Ida using his engines to help their team move faster, and Momo using her creation quirk to make some insulated sheets to protect them from Denki's electricity quirk, so Denki can use his electricity to shock and electrocute all the other teams with their feet still frozen to the ground. And Izuku sees that Todoroki's team is going after them, so Tokiyami sends Dark Shadow to attack them, but Momo makes a shield and blocks Dark Shadow's attack. Tokoyami, be careful and watch out for Denki's electricity! I know, as long as he keeps using his quirk, it will be difficult for me to attack. Dark Shadow is too timid in the light. We can't keep running forever, and I'm already running low on turbo energy. All we have to do is keep our points and we'll be okay. Right now, Izuku's team are keeping themselves at a distance, and they're making sure that they stay on Todoroki's left side, so they don't get frozen by his ice. But while they were dodging, Todoroki froze the area around his and Izuku's team to make sure they couldn't go anywhere. Hey Izuku, I think I have an idea. We still have enough turbo energy for one last mode. Really? Okay, let's go for it! Go Turbo! Clone! 5 Izukus appear, and they get in front of his team, ready to protect them. But Ida uses his special move, his Reciprocal Burst, to try and surprise Izuku's team and then take Izuku's 10 million point headband while he's distracted. And it works similar to in canon. When Izuku sees that Todoroki's team isn't moving, he noticed that the engines in Ida's legs started to puff out smoke, and they weren't working. So Izuku tells 2 of his clones to go after them. Both of the clones went into their turbo speed mode, and before Todoroki could do anything, the clones take 3 headbands, and one of them was the 10 million points. Todoroki was a little irritated that Izuku managed to get the 10 million points back, and he was able to take some of his team's points. But this wasn't going to stop Todoroki from winning and beating Izuku, because time is almost up and the cavalry battle is about to end. Todoroki was about to tell his team to go after Izuku and get their points back, when suddenly there was an explosion, and it was none other than Bakugo's team. Using his explosions, Bakugo's team managed to break through the ice wall that was surrounding both Todoroki and Izuku's teams, and they were about to attack them, but it was too late, because President Mike tells everyone in the audience and the stadium that the cavalry battle was over, and he points over to the big screen that was in the center of the arena, explaining everyone's rank in the cavalry battle. Izuku's team gets first place, Bakugo's second, and Todoroki is third. But just like in canon, Shinso's team got 4th place, surprising everyone, and everyone else's placement stays the same. Hey guys, I just wanted to tell you all some great news. Before this video ends, I proudly announce that my YouTube channel finally has a merch store. And yes, I kid you not, I actually have a merch store that has some awesome stuff that you might actually like t-shirts or phone cases. Or I'm still trying to get a little bit better at making merch for all of you who watch all my YouTube videos. And don't worry, I'm still trying to make my what ifs better, especially the really old ones that more or less have some, how should I put it, loud music in the background that you can't hear me talking. I'm not exactly gonna delete those videos. I'm just gonna post part 1s to all of them. There are gonna be redos, more or less redos of all the part 1s. Oh, and one more thing. There is a large percent of all my subscribers on my channel who aren't subscribed to my channel. There's a large percent of you who aren't subscribed to my channel. Please do subscribe to my channel, and if you want to support my channel, why don't you check out my Patreon, which also has a link down in the description of this video, as well as my merch store on Teespring. I really need your guys' support because I'm really trying to make my what ifs better for all of you to enjoy, and I just want to make all my what ifs better on my channel. So anyway, please leave a like, comment, subscribe to my channel, click that notification bell so that way you never miss a new what if series on my channel. And also, once again, please support me on Patreon and check out my merch store on Teespring, which has a link down in the description box below of this video. So I really would appreciate you guys supporting me on both those platforms, so that way you can help my channel grow more, and I will make sure I upload way more what if parts to all your favorite what if series on my channel. And I'm sorry it's taking me this long to upload. I've been making way too many excuses, so go ahead and roast me in the comments as much as you want, because I deserve it for making you all wait so long and making you all think I was dead, which I'm not dead, I'm still alive. And that's it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed this part of what if Deku had Max Steel's powers, and well, I'm actually glad how well it turned out, but you guys gotta give me your opinions on this part in particular in the comments down below. And wait, is that a portal? What the heck is a portal doing here in the Omni Nexus? I don't remember authorizing anyone to come here. It better not be Deadpool, because that guy really gets on my nerves. The last time I fought him, I had to use my stand Imagination Dragons. And there is no way I'm wasting my time on this video for Deadpool. I mean, seriously, he's so annoying. Whatever. Let's go see who it is, or whatever it is gonna come out of that portal. Better not be freaking Deadpool, I swear. Okay, whoever you are, or whatever you are, come out. Because you're entering the Omni Nexus, the center of all realities in the Omniverse. So if you came here to fight, then I'll fight you. And I won't be holding back on any intruders either. Hello. Huh? Hi, I'm Hoopa. What? Okay. So, Hoopa, why exactly are you here? Well, the reason I came here, it's because, well... Hey, Hoopa, can you speak up? I can't exactly hear you when you're muttering to yourself. Well, if it's not too much trouble, can I please be your YouTube channel mascot? Okay, sure, why not? What? Really? Are you sure? Yeah, of course I'm sure. I don't see a problem as to why not. Besides, I've been looking for a mascot for my channel since I didn't have one initially, but hopefully I can get the audience to actually, well, maybe enjoy having you around. But who knows? Maybe some people might like you, some people might not. But hey, if you're gonna be my new channel mascot, why don't I give you a little present? Here, why don't you put these shades on? I think they'll make you look cool. Plus, it'll make sure you match up with my mask. But I don't think it can make you a mask that's similar to mine because, I think you look cooler with the shades. Okay. Are you sure I can wear these? Go ahead, try them on. Alright, here it goes. So, Orpheon, how do I look? Hoopa, you look awesome! Really? You really think so? You think I look cool with these shades on? Yeah, of course I do. You look great. In fact, you look cool. Yay! This is the most happiest day of my life! Alright, now that it's official, let's go ahead and introduce you to the audience. Alright everybody, from now on, Hoopa here will be my YouTube channel mascot. Hopefully I can get some decent merch, but, I don't know for sure. Maybe I could, maybe I couldn't, but I don't want to get copyright striked or anything like that. But hopefully I can make some merch of me and Hoopa here. So anyway, this is the end of the video for today. I hope I'll see you all soon. Well, I need to get started on making more parts to all my old what if videos on my channel and also redo the really, really old ones first. But before that, I'm going to upload 2 more videos, which you'll see hopefully today or tomorrow, which is going to be soon. I can tell you that much. Well, anyways, catch you all later. Hey Hoopa, what do you have to say to our audience for today before the video ends? Hi everybody, my name is Hoopa, and from now on, I'm going to be Orpheon's new YouTube channel mascot. I hope you all enjoy my company here. Well said, Hoopa. Well, catch you later everybody. See you all in my next video. Bye!
A 70-centimeter square window.
Outside the weather is fine, the clouds have come apart. Yet I've no desire to let the sun inside my darkened heart. The soulless and pathetic